A new legendary hero joins the battle. I'm not very excited about legendaries nowadays, so. And yeah. Why is it Feh? Childlike dragon.
Hero? That sounds like a big deal. What is it?
Why is it Feh? Distance stance. Okay, fine. I'm glad. Fodder her off. Distance stance, Dragon's Ire, or defense resonance. That's pristine fodder.
Yeah!
She does look epic though. And of course it's Sophia. Yep, legendary. She does look really cool with her wings out like that. Life unending. It's a miracle effect. That's a lot of damage. Okay. Oh, also her hurt art is adorable. I'm not the biggest fan of Feh. Oh, that was 99 HP heal? What the heck? Okay, we have a lot of read. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this is not what I expected at all. There's no way at all that I could have expected this. I never would have considered Feh as a legendary hero. Niffle. Niffle's here at least. Charlotte's here. Nyx. Wow, it's fitting. It's fitting. If, you know, having that kind of special with Nyx. This banner has some really interesting units. All right, it happens on the 29th until November 4th. Okay, so going into this, Legendary Heroes, I didn't even have a guess. Legendary Heroes haven't really interested me in a long time, so. Starting it off with Feh, blue infantry. She's normally a green hero, so both of her iterations thus far have been green dragons, one armored, one not. Which is not a bad unit, it's just I've never been a fan of Feh. So I'm sorry if this is like coming off really biased, not just because I'm spoiled on this, so my excitement is already like a lot less. And Feh's never been a character that I've really cared about anyways. So yeah, you combine those two things and my excitement is almost like nil. But I am excited from the respect that she does at least bring in distant stance. So unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range. If foe initiates combat, grants res +5 to unit during combat. That is very, very good. Isn't that better than pressure? Because that's DC, but pressure is speed +5, but you take 5 damage. And in this case, it's just res +5, no drawbacks. Now, it's questionable because some people will value taking damage, right? Taking damage for some heroes is good. It enables a lot of things. But this is just straight up free 5 res. It is just a straight upgrade on distant counter. Pressure is both phases. Ah, I see what you mean. So, you're right. When you attack with pressure, I guess you still get your speed +5, even though it's like inherently a defensive and a skill. This one makes a lot of sense as well. So you don't lose 5 HP, but it's only when foe initiates combat. Okay, that's fitting, I guess. That's fitting. All right, cool. Dragon's Ire is also still good. HP over 50%. Unit foe initiates combat, neutralizes effects that prevents units' follow-up attacks, and unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, aka if they have Wary Fighter or have Impact, Dragon's Ire will break through it. Defense Res Menace is also really cool. Defense Res -6 on closest foes through the next actions and grants defense res +6 to unit for 1 turn. And this is good because Dragon Breaths generally target lower defense and res. Defense Res Menace actually makes a lot of sense because she wants to have the defense and res for physical and nearby attacks. Likewise, she wants to target lower a defense or res when it up against range units. So she's one of the better users of Defense Res Menace. Defense Res Menace is probably my least favorite menace. Really hard to use that correctly. Alright, let's get to the important stuff though. Dazzling Breath grants attack +3 if foe initiates combat or foe's HP is over 75% at start of combat. Inflicts attack speed, defense, res -5 on foe during combat, and foe cannot make a follow-up attack. So you have Wear yourself through Dazzling Breath, and then you're going to double through Dragon's Ire. Additionally, all stats -5 on your opponents, and then you get Guard through it. And with Distant Stance, you get res +5 at all times. I'm not going to be surprised if her res is effectively over 50 pretty easily. And she's going to be really tanky pretty easily as well. And she's going to do a fair amount of damage, and having Guard with Distant Stance is just a really good combination. But I think this is what's going to set her apart, because we have a lot of top-tier tanks in the game. Both Halloween Grimoires right now, guys, are like top-tier dragon tanks. I'm sure people have a lot of like unmerged ones, or like +1 ones, or like, but like the significant users at +10, that's really, really rare. When you talk about Legendary Heroes, a lot of these are going to be +10 at the end of the day, especially for the whales. So what I'm trying to say is like the two Grimmas are really good, but they kind of don't get used, especially Halloween Grimma, female Grimma from last year. I've seen her a couple times, but it's kind of rare. So let's see if this is going to be the difference maker. Life Unending at start turn 1, grant special cooldown charge. What? Grant special cooldown count -5. That not a bit ridiculous? Straight up immediate life ending. What the heck? We've never... Like, I'm already impressed when it's like, special cooldown count -1. I'm like, oh, cool, that's really cool. Special cooldown count -2, that's sick. What happened to 3, 4? We just straight up skipped to 5 cooldown down. Alright, when special triggers, if unit's HP is over 1, aka Miracle, and foe would reduce unit's HP to 0, unit survives with 1 HP. After combat, if unit's special trigger restores 99 HP. Okay, I get it. I get it. That's really interesting. It's like a super jacked up Miracle, chat. So when you kill her, she survives with 1 HP. So if you can hit her one more time, she's gonna be dead. So long as she's over 1 HP. If she's at 1 HP, she'll just still die. Miracle doesn't trigger at 1 HP. So if you hit them perfectly to 1 HP and then hit them again, they're dead. That's really interesting. But the full healing after combat is huge. And then after that, you just can't use it. You just have no special. That's really interesting. I think that balances things out. So do you want to use a special where you consistently get more damage, like with, say, Iceberg? Presuming she's slow, they attack, you attack, they attack, and then you Iceberg, for example. It's probably a really good Iceberger, right? Iceberger. Anyways, I see the point of that. One-time usage special, but it keeps you alive guaranteed and heals you back up. Huh. I don't think Fatal Smoke works on it, because it is after combat healing. Fatal Smoke is... Does it work? No, I don't... Huh. It doesn't count as... I want to see that, actually. I don't think Fatal Smoke should work, because it's not healing during... We'll see. Actually, I have no idea how that interaction would go. I want to see it. But it's an interesting special, and it's something that's really fresh, because Miracle's been around forever, but no one bothers with it, right? You know? Anyways, yeah, there's no stats. Okay. With that said, these heroes also appear in this event. Let's see how good they are. Duma! Duma! Does anyone use Duma still? I guess he's still a catapult. I don't know. I don't... Honestly, I feel like Duma's a demerit towards your colorless heroes nowadays, but you guys can argue with me if you want. Red, Roy. Roy will get his Legendary Hero remix soon, and I think he'll become really good. With Duma, fitting, but does anyone use still? I don't know. Milla! Colorless is looking weak, chat. Milla's the best hero there. She has Bracing Stance, but I wouldn't fodder her. Just use her. Use Isolation. Okay. Red with Maribella's. Ooh. Roy and Maribella's. I feel like if you have Maribella's, you don't really merge her up. So if you want Maribella's, you have Maribella's. It's not like she's like a pristine refresher. She's interesting. I like using Maribella's personally. But yeah, if you have like dual Peony or something like as a refresher, you probably use those instead. Hell, ooh. Does anyone use Hell anymore? I'm actually like really happy to fight Hell nowadays because she does like no damage and you can outspeed her nowadays. And her like gimmick back in the day was like the Miracle Loop. Doesn't really work. It's still, I kind of like locks out like those really heavy Fallen Edelgard teams because Fallen Edelgard can't actually beat a Hell with Mystic Boost. Very funny interaction, but no, I would not use her anymore. Triandra is still good. Niffle's good. Niffle's actually great. Charlotte's good. Nyx is really good. So you have Red is led by Nyx and Maribellis, if even that. Green is led by Charlotte and Triandra. And yeah, okay, it's so... Anyone gonna disagree with me if I'm gonna say this is a weak banner? I think blue is the only thing valuable. Blue has 3 heroes I can recommend. Uller is still really interesting to use, especially if double savior heroes. She becomes a very good damage dealer, and she's, with the way she works, she can get a lot of kills without ever getting hit as well. So she's still a top-notch hero who gives you extra slot. I like her. Niffle is really interesting. Damage reduction, and of course non-counterattack status dropped on them, and she's still a hard hitter. So I like Niffle. And obviously our new Fae is going to be one of the best tank dragons in the entire game. So blue is a recommend, but everything else looks like they have one hero, if even that I can recommend. So for greens, I really like Charlotte. For colors, I really like Milla. And I guess green, I also like Triandra. So I think green second, and then for red, it's Nyx, who's really interesting still, and Maribel's isn't bad. So yeah, honestly, I have it as blue first, and then maybe secondary green, but this is not looking like a great banner overall. Red is okay. I think it depends on how much you value Nyx. I like Nyx a lot. All right, but the banner comes out on 29th. Let me know if you're going to go for it. I'm not. I don't have very many orbs. I'm going to go for Fjorm, new Ascended Fjorm, because I want a Florette, and I think she's like the best savior tank in my opinion. She still loses. There's still matchups she loses. She's not perfect, but she's so solid, and it's just Fjorm. Fjorm and Regan are my favorite OCs in this game, so hard for me to skip out on her, especially because she's guaranteed. As for everything else though here, yeah, I'm gonna just save my orbs. But yeah, you guys can let me know if you're interested or not. And also again, if I'm not that excited, it's because I was spoiled going into this and not a big fan of Fae anyways. But yeah, you guys let me know.